I am on my my own app Radhakrishna Molluru, which is integrated to the video platform Jitsi. And now this Jitsi video platform is again, connected. Okay, live streaming, starting live stream. Amazing. Okay, great. Live streaming is on. Great. So YouTube is also confirming. Maybe Jitsi or YouTube is confirming to me that the live stream is on, right? So yes, let me try to paste the link in the English practice group also. Okay, right. So one person is already on the call now. Okay, could you please unmute yourself? And also I can open the video now, I think, because right now the laptop video should be accessible only. Okay, I'm still on the Zoom. Okay, I need to get out of Zoom, I think. Okay, right, because if I need to be on the live stream on Jitsi, with video, I need to get out of Zoom. Okay, so everyone, please click that link. Okay, if you can hear me, right? Anuradha Garu, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. Okay, everyone, in the Zoom chat, you see a link, right? That link you please click. Okay, because I'm going to end this Zoom session. I think we are all going to move from Zoom to this link, that is Jitsi meeting software. Okay, right. So everyone, does everyone see that link in the chat, in the Zoom chat? Do you all see that link? Yes. Yeah, Sahiti, do you see that link in the Zoom chat?
No, sir. Here screen మీద అయితే ఏమీ కనిపించట్లేదు సార్.
స్క్రీన్ మీద కాదు, జూమ్ చాట్ లో. Okay.
లింక్ క్లిక్ చేయండి. రాధాకృష్ణమూర్తి గారి లింక్ క్లిక్ చేయండి. చాట్ లో అందరూ లింక్ క్లిక్ చేయండి.
Okay, right. And I'm going to end this Zoom session. Okay, let's try to continue. Yeah. Yes.
When will you join, sir?
Yes.
Can I join the Jitsi?
Yeah. Please. If needed, you need to install also Jitsi. Right? If you see any prompt to, yeah.
మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి. లింక్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి. సాహితి గారు మళ్ళీ
Okay, Bhargavi Garu is. I'm already on Jitsi. Okay, great. So Bhargavi Garu, could you please?
జాయిన్ వెబ్ అని ఉంది చూడండి, దానిలో క్లిక్ చేయండి. యాప్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేయకుండానే ఇంకా డౌన్లోడ్ యాప్ కింద జాయిన్ వెబ్ అని
No, I think you need to talk. So, are you able to see me, everyone? Can you talk to me?
శ్రీనిధర్ పేస్ట్ చేశానండి లింక్.
Okay, can anyone speak? If you can see me, could you please confirm?
Yes, Radhakrishna garu.
Are you able to speak?
Radhakrishna garu.
అక్కడ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో లింక్ ఇచ్చాను కదా. ఆ లింక్
Okay.
మీద క్లిక్ చేయండి.
చేసిన
ఏమొచ్చింది మీకు ఇప్పుడు?
నిన్న బ్రౌజర్ అనేది ఎందుకో వస్తుంది.
కింద లాంచ్ ఇన్ వెబ్ అని ఉంది చూడండి, దాంతో టచ్ చేయండి, యాడ్ అవుతారు.
Okay, are you able to unmute and
The app, download the app. Next launch in. అర్థమైందా మేడం?
Radhakrishna garu, can you hear me? Nirmala, can you hear me?
Ma'am, join this meeting using the app అనుంది, download the app అనుంది, launch in
కింద
web అనుంది.
కింద లాంచ్ వెబ్ అని ఉంది చూడండి, కింద లాంచ్ వెబ్.
అది టచ్ చేయాలా?
జాయిన్ అయ్యారా?
ఎస్, నేమ్ టైప్ చేస్తాను.
ఇంకా ఎవరున్నారు? ఇంకా ఎనీవన్? శ్రీదేవి గారు అయ్యారా? శ్రీదేవి గారు జాయిన్ అయ్యారా? నిర్మలా గారు జాయిన్ అయ్యారా?
జాయిన్ అయిపోయామమ్మా నిర్మలా గారు, నేను భార్గవి గారు. భార్గవి గారు జాయిన్ అయిపోయామమ్మా, మేము జిట్సీలో జాయిన్ అయ్యాము.
చాట్ బాక్స్ లో
అయిపోయింది, మేము అయ్యాము.
Ma'am, in meeting no participants here.
ఎందుకు లేరమ్మా? అందరూ ఉన్నారు, చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. మీరు ఆ క్లిక్ చేసి వైష్ణవి వచ్చింది, సాహితీ వచ్చింది, శ్రీదేవి గారు వచ్చారు.
3 dots ఉండేదా?
3 డాట్స్ కాదు.
ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తారా అందరూ?
జాయిన్ మీటింగ్ అని కొట్టావా? నేమ్ ఇచ్చాక
జాయిన్ మీటింగ్ అని కొట్టా.
ఇప్పుడు అందరూ ఉన్నారు, డోంట్ వరీ. భాగ్యలక్ష్మి గారు వచ్చారు. సరే, నేను జూమ్ మీటింగ్ క్లోజ్ చేసేదండి.
Radhakrishna sir is not there, madam.
Yes.
He's not in meeting.
Radhakrishna sir, I think we left.
Okay, right now,
భార్గవి గారు మీకు క్లోజ్ చేయండి జూమ్ మీటింగ్.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir, but we can.
Okay. Okay, all of you, please go on mute. At the left, you have a mute button. Okay, please go on mute, everyone. Okay, right. Yes, everyone at the left bottom, just like Zoom screen, you have a mic button. If you touch that mic button, you will go on mute. Okay, right. And yeah. Okay.
My camera not open, sir.
Okay, who is talking?
Anuradha, sir.
Okay, Anuradha Garu, you are saying that your camera is not showing. Okay, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
that means, or which device you are on at the moment?
I message you, sir.
I mean, what is the equipment? What is the device that you're on at this moment? Are you on a smartphone or are you on a laptop?
Laptop, sir.
Okay, you are on a laptop, and the reason why your camera is not working right now is that your laptop camera currently is being used by another software, and that another software might be Zoom. So first you need to make sure that you come out of Zoom. That means make sure that you only have one screen, and that one screen should be this particular screen, and close all the remaining screens. That makes sure that no other software is using your laptop camera. Then this software will be able to use the laptop camera. I mean, the same camera. Okay, right? So Nirmala Garu also has joined the meeting just now. Okay, right? So Anuradha Garu, మీ విషయంలో మిగతా స్క్రీన్స్ అన్ని క్లోజ్ చేసేయండి. ఒక్క స్క్రీన్ తప్ప మిగతా స్క్రీన్స్ అన్ని క్లోజ్ చేసేయండి. అలా క్లోజ్ చేయడం వల్ల వేరే ఏ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కూడా మీ ల్యాప్టాప్ కెమెరాని యూజ్ చేయడానికి అవకాశం ఉండదన్నమాట. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ ల్యాప్టాప్ కైనా సరే ఒక సమయంలో ఏదో ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ మాత్రమే కెమెరాని యూజ్ చేయడానికి వీలవుతుంది. అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కెమెరాని యూజ్ చేసే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ మనం ఒకే సమయంలో ఒకటి కన్నా ఎక్కువ యూజ్ చేయడానికి కుదరదు అనమాట. ఓకేనా? సో భాగ్యలక్ష్మి గారు ఆల్సో హ్యాస్ జాయిన్ దిస్ లింక్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ భార్గవి గారు ఫర్ షేరింగ్ this link on the WhatsApp group. Okay, in fact I too use it the same link to come here. Okay, and I was unable to share on the laptop because I had some issues on the laptop. Okay, right. So right now I think all of you are able to use your what we say, the voice button, I mean that mute unmute button, and also the video button, I think, except Anuradha Garu. I think all the remaining people have the ability to use the mute unmute and video off on like that. And also I think we are live on the YouTube also, but I have not put that a public video. I have put that an unlisted video. The difference between public video and unlisted video is unlisted video means only the people who have that URL, that link, can watch that, can see that video. And a public video means anyone who comes to the channel or anyone who is on the YouTube can watch that, and private means only I can watch that, right? So this video on YouTube is actually an unlisted video. That means if you have the link you can watch it, if you don't have the link you cannot watch it. So that is how it works. Okay, right. So now I would like to go ahead and talk about prepositions for Telugu people, for maybe yeah, you can go downstairs. So for the next some time, I will talk about prepositions for Telugu people. Okay, right. Most probably I am live on YouTube, and this particular YouTube live video is going to be a kind of unlisted video. Okay, right. So I will take alphabets one by one. Okay, right. So when we take the first alphabet letter, it would be the letter A. Okay, so when we look at letter A, we can take prepositions like A for above, A, B, you, about we can take. ABOUT, about we can take. Okay, generally ABOUT, about Telugu meaning would be like gurinchi, sambandhinchina, like that. For example, right now I am talking about prepositions for Telugu people. Okay, right? But when we use the talking about, that is correct, that's okay, we can use that. But when we use the verb form for discussing, DISCUSSING, in that case, generally the word discussing should not be immediately followed by about. Okay, so I should not say I am discussing about prepositions, wrong. I need to say I am discussing prepositions. Okay, right? So this is about, about is a preposition. So by the way, when we discuss the prepositions one by one, we also need to understand what is the meaning of prepositions. Okay, right? In every language there are many words, right, which talk about the relationship among nouns, or in simple words, there are words that talk about positions. Okay, right? So in simple words, we can say that the words in English that describe positions, that talk about positions, are called prepositions. Prepositions. Okay. Okay, I request all of you to go on mute. At the left bottom, you have the mic symbol, and when you touch that, you will go on mute. Okay, right? So, okay, Anuradha would like to speak, but uh, are you okay? She has risen the hand. I don't know why. Okay, that is what I see on the screen. Okay, as of now, let me go ahead and talk. Okay, right? Maybe we can discuss later, but right now I would like to go ahead and just talk about prepositions. And if you want to talk, or if you have any questions, maybe you can ask later. Okay, right? So ABOUT, about. Okay, right? That is what we have discussed so far. Okay, and then above is there. ABOVE, above is there. Okay, all right. So above means, generally in Telugu we can say like uh koncham paina, we can say, that is the meaning. For example, this is on right now, my palm, PALM, palm aracheyi, is on మై హెడ్. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ కరెక్ట్ గా మీద ఉంటే దాన్ని ఓఎన్ ఆన్ అంటారు. కొంచెం పైన ఉంటే అబోవ్, ఏబిఓవిఈ, అబోవ్ అంటారు. ఇంకా పైన మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటే ఓవర్, ఓవిఈఆర్, ఓవర్ అంటారు. సో ఆల్ దీస్ వర్డ్స్, ఆన్, ఓఎన్ ఆన్, ఏబిఓవిఈ, అబోవ్, and OVER, over, all these are example words of our prepositions. In fact, FOR, for, is also a preposition. Okay, right? So about, above. Okay, right? And at, one of the most common prepositions, once again, we use in our day-to-day English, is at. ఓకే, సి at అనే ఇంగ్లీష్ ప్రిపోజిషన్ కు సాధారణంగా తెలుగు అర్థాలు సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి వద్ద, దగ్గర ఇలా వస్తాయి. మనం మాట్లాడుతున్నది ప్రదేశం గురించి అయితే. సో వెన్ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ అ ప్లేస్, right, and then the English preposition at means, at a particular place, near a particular place, like that. For example, right now I am at a place called Kovur, which is in Nellore. Okay, right? So at. Okay, so when we are talking about two places, and if one place is smaller and another place is bigger, then for the smaller place we use at, and for the bigger place we use in. Okay, right? So మనం ఎప్పుడైనా ఒకే వాక్యంలో రెండు ప్రదేశాల గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ప్రదేశం తక్కువగా ఉంటే at అనే ప్రిపోజిషన్ వాడతాము. అది ఆ ప్రదేశం పెద్దదైతే in అనే ప్రిపోజిషన్ వాడతాము. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నేను కోవూర్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, some things we cannot directly translate into Telugu, but right now I am at Kovur in Nellore. Okay, right? So here Kovur is a smaller place and Nellore is a bigger place. Nellore district is a bigger place. So for bigger place, I need to use in, preposition in. For smaller place, in front of, before smaller place, I need to use the preposition at. Okay, another example is Mr. Abdul Kalam was born at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu district. Tamil Nadu state. Yeah. Okay, so this statement, actually, this sentence is actually in state syllabus 10th class textbook. Okay, right? So this is how we use at in combination when we are talking about places. Not only for places, we can use preposition at for time also. For example, you need to get into this call at 3:30 p.m. Okay, right? Like that also we can say, when we are referring to a point of time, then also we can use the preposition at. Okay, right. Like for example, we need to get into this call at 3:30 p.m. and we need to get out of this call at 4:40 p.m. Like that we can say a particular point of time like at using the preposition at. Okay, right. And then yes, for example, right now I am looking at the clock. Okay, so when we are referring to looking at something, ఎప్పుడైనా మనం ఏదైనా ఒక వస్తువు వైపు లేదా ఎవరి వైపు అయినా చూస్తున్నాము అని చెప్పేటప్పుడు కూడా మనము వైపు అనే తెలుగు అర్థం రావడానికి కూడా at అనే ప్రిపోజిషన్ సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి వాడతాము. కాబట్టి రైట్ నౌ ఐఎమ్ లుకింగ్ at the clock there. Right now I am looking at the tube light there. Right now I am looking at a mixie. Okay, so like this, at is again, you see, if you observe carefully, at preposition is used for referring to places, especially smaller places, point number one. And point number two, at preposition is used to mention time, a point of time, a precise point of time, right? Yeah. And again, at can be used to mention to indicate a direction. For example, I am looking at the clock means I am looking in the direction of the clock, towards the clock, right? So that is how we can say. I hope these prepositions are clear. I think if you get any ideas about more prepositions starting with the letter A, you can unmute yourself and give me the words of prepositions that start with the letter A. So far we discussed, we have discussed, above, about, at. Okay, if you get any more prepositions that start with the letter A, you can unmute and tell me now. Okay, right. And by the way, I am not sure whether you are able to unmute or not. I think you are able to unmute actually. Okay. Okay. Jaydeep Garu, could you please unmute and say something, because I want to check whether you are able to unmute or not. Okay, are you unable to unmute?
Once again, about, sir, about. Once again, tell me about.
About who is this talking?
Bhargavi ma'am, sir.
Yeah, I don't mind to talk about once again. Okay, Bhargavi is talking. Thank you. As of now, I don't have any indication like who is talking. So I need to know who is talking, because based on the person, I need to form my communication. Okay, so my request to you is you identify. For example, you can say like, this is Bhargavi talking. So could you please tell me like this? This is how you exactly need to talk. Otherwise the communication goes shabby. The communication goes bad. Okay, right. So based on the situation, you need to moderate your communication. Based on the situation, you need to adjust and improve your communication. All right, no problem. Okay, right. So someone, Bhargavi Garu is requesting for about. ABOUT, about, actually is all about something. Okay, right. Manamu gurinchi, for example, నేను ఈరోజు prepositions గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. ఇదే విషయాన్ని ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్పాలంటే, I am talking about prepositions. Okay, right. So గురించి, అలాగే మీ తెలుగులో ఒక్కోసారి మీద అని కూడా అంటాము, కానీ మీద అనే పదం వినడానికి బాగుండదు. ఓకే, కాబట్టి ఆ పదం వాడే బదులు గురించి అనే పదం వాడితేనే కరెక్ట్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, రైట్. సో మనం మామూలుగా తెలుగులో మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు కూడా ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ మీద మాట్లాడుతున్నాను అనేదానికన్నా ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను అనడమే కరెక్ట్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఎస్, ABOUT, about. There are more situationally, there might be some more situations also, like this is all about communication. Okay, right. And so on, about, roundabout. For now, I think this information would be enough as the first level. Okay, right. As you spend more time with English, you would see, as you expose yourself to more, environments of English, then obviously you would know more, usages and more situations. Okay, right. So, okay, ABOUT, about, ABOV, above, at. Okay, if you get any more if you strike any more prepositions in your mind starting with the letter A, at any time you can unmute and say. Otherwise, let's move on to letter B. Okay, letter B is going to be very interesting because, beside, BESIDE, beside. Okay, that means Telugu meaning is pakkana. Okay, BESIDES, besides, another preposition. It means, kuda, adi kuda, idi kuda, like that. So when you see an example, you will understand better. So right now on this screen, okay, okay, let me say a simple example. Okay, right now there is a tumbler of coffee beside the laptop. Okay, so right now some coffee is beside the laptop. Okay, right, that means laptop pakkana koncham coffee unnadi. Okay, so BESIDA, beside means pakkana in Telugu. Okay, right, means side by side, right, that is the meaning. Okay, right, whereas besides, besides means kuda, with, 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 that is the meaning. Okay, right, so uh, you know for example, besides coffee, there are some biscuits on this table. That means coffee is there on this table, and also some biscuits are also here on this table. Okay, that is the meaning. So BESIDE, beside, is equal to side by side. Okay, BESIDES, besides, is equal to WITH, with, or ALSO, also. Okay, so these are the meanings. So kuda, adi kuda, idi kuda. So this is the meanings beside. Okay, maybe sometimes but but may act like a preposition, I am not sure, but basically but but is generally a conjunction which is used to combine sentences. Okay, right, so beside, besides, yeah, if you get any more prepositions that start with the letter B, at any time you can unmute and tell me so that we can discuss examples, right. And let's move to C. Okay, right, letter C, any prepositions using the letter C. Okay, right. Okay, I don't strike, right now I don't get any ideas, about the letter C. Okay, prepositions. Okay, right. And then move to D. Okay, D, I think despite, I hope many of you heard the word despite, I think. So again, despite, can be most probably, despite, I am continuing the session despite the difficulties on the new platform. That means I am continuing the session in spite of difficulties on the new platform. అంటే కొత్త ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద వచ్చే ఇబ్బందులు ఉన్నా కానీ మనము డిస్కషన్ కంటిన్యూ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాము అనే అర్థంలో తీసుకున్నప్పుడు అక్కడ ఉన్నా కానీ అంటున్నాం కదా. ఉన్నప్పటికీ, యాక్చువల్లీ ఉన్నప్పటికీ, ఇబ్బంది ఉన్నప్పటికీ అలా అంటాం కదా. అలాంటప్పుడు మనం డిస్పైట్, ఇన్ స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ ఇలా అంటాము. So in spite of the problems on, yeah, I think here, I think these are working like prepositions, I think. So despite the problems on the new platform, the session is going on. Okay, right, so despite the problems on the despite the problems on the new platform, the session is going on. Okay, and despite. Okay, let me check, let me go to Google and let me check the word. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I can switch on the laptop. Okay, right, and I will check on the Google, but in the meantime, while I check on the Google, we can move on with the further letters in the alphabet. Okay, right, so D for, okay, let's take E. Okay, E preposition, A B C D E. Okay, let's keep E also on pending. Okay, let's move to next letter F. Okay, right, yeah, with the letter E, there are some words which are interesting. Either or. Okay, right, either this or that. Idi kani adi kani ani చెప్పాలనుకున్నప్పుడు మనము EITHER, either this or that. Okay, ఇది కానీ అది కానీ ఏదో ఒకటే అని చెప్పాలనుకున్నప్పుడు either this or that అని చెప్పాలన్నమాట. For example, if I want only one thing out of coffee or tea, I mean coffee, yeah, very good, yes, coffee or tea, then I can tell someone that please give me, obviously, people take only one thing, right? So if I want only one thing out of coffee or biscuits, then I can tell someone like my mother, mother, please give me either coffee or biscuits, don't give me both. Okay, that means I'm asking her to give me only coffee or tea, I mean, or biscuits. That means if she gives me coffee, I'm asking her not to give biscuits, and if she gives me biscuits, I'm asking her not to give coffee. That means any only one of that. Okay, similarly, there is a, there is a set of two words, there is a combination of words called neither nor. Okay, right? NEITH, or neither, N or nor. That means if I don't want anything, if I don't want coffee, I don't want, and I don't want, biscuits also, then I say, mother, please give me neither coffee nor biscuits. That means I don't want coffee, I don't want biscuits, don't give me coffee, don't give me biscuits. Okay, right? So this is how I use either or, neither nor. So once again, what is the business of prepositions? Normally I don't think too much about parts of speech, right? Because thinking too much about parts of speech, I think, is not that much required for fluent speaking. Okay, right? But if we can understand the basics, that should be good enough. So especially there are certain prepositions like at, for, these are most common prepositions, and one needs to be very good at using these prepositions correctly. Because if we make a mistake, then if we skip, if we don't use these prepositions, or if we use these prepositions at a wrong place, or if we don't know some basic clarity about these prepositions, then our English may go slightly wrong. So other than that, there is no need to go very deep into parts of speech or into prepositions. But anyway, when we talk about prepositions, we need to focus on some very common prepositions like at, right? For, okay, these are the most common prepositions, so we need to focus more on these things, these words. Okay, right? So right now, okay, let me use Google to understand more about the words like despite. Okay, despite meaning. Wow.
This is the definition of despite. Without being affected by, in spite of.
Okay, great. So I got some information about despite from Google. Google is telling me very clearly that despite is a preposition. The Google is telling me that the meaning is without being affected by, in spite of, ante ainappatiki, aina gani. So that is the meaning. Okay, similar phrases for despite or like in spite of, notwithstanding. Okay, right? And despite can be used as a noun also, but for now let's not worry about how we can use the word despite like a noun. Let's keep it aside right now. Today in this session we are focusing on prepositions. So Google has declared very clearly that despite can be used like a preposition. Okay, right? Great, wonderful. Okay, right? So yeah, sometimes people use this word despite. In Telugu it means aina gani, aina patiki, something like that the meaning comes. Okay, example I gave some time ago. Despite the new platform, we are continuing the session. Okay, right? So now A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, either. Okay, let me ask Google, what about either? Okay, either is British pronunciation.
According to less than, be greater than, English less than, be greater than, Stack Exchange. There are two common pronunciations of either, British, ar, and American, ir. If Americans are more or less consistent in
Either meaning.
This is the definition of either. Used before the first of two, or occasionally more, given alternatives, the other being introduced by or.
Okay, great. So, either, the word either, EITHER, it is pronounced like either in British English, and it is pronounced like either in American English. And Indians, most Telugu people, by mistake, they pronounce it like either, either, which is wrong pronunciation. So if you EITHER, if you say either, that is wrong. You need to say either or either. Okay, right? So it's, according to Google, it's a conjunction. Okay, right? So let's not worry too much about it. We already know the meaning. We discussed the meaning and how to use that. Okay, right? Now let's move to FO or for. Okay, right? So FO or for again is one of the most common prepositions used in English. Okay, in general, in Telugu, FO or for takes the meaning koraku. Okay, for example, I'm waiting for an opportunity to take coffee. Right now I have coffee here, and I have been waiting. I'm not sure whether this is coffee or not. Yeah, this is boost, I think. So I have been waiting to get an opportunity. I mean, I have been waiting for an opportunity to take boost. Okay, right? So here ఒక అవకాశం కొరకు వేచి చూస్తున్నాను అని చెప్పడానికి I have been waiting. Present perfect continuous, so I have been doing it for some time, right? So I have been waiting for an opportunity to take some kind of beverage, some coffee or some boost, something. Okay, right? So this is one way. Telugu meaning koraku is one situation, one meaning, where like we use the preposition for for. Okay, right? And again, you know very well that some of you know well that we use for for time also. For example, when you are using present perfect continuous tense, when you are talking about something which has started an action or an event which has started some time ago and which is still continuing, to explain that and to say for how long it has been happening, you use for example, I have talking to you, since 4 p.m. maybe. Okay, right? So that is how we use since, and since here working like a preposition, since. Okay, right? Instead of since, I can say like, I have been talking to you for approximately 1 hour. I have been talking to you for approximately 1 hour. Okay, right? So here for I'm using to indicate a time. I'm using to refer time. Okay, in present perfect continuous tense. So for in some situations the Telugu meaning comes like koraku. Okay, kosamu koraku, like that, kosam koraku, like that. And when you are using for in present perfect continuous tense, it indicates for how long it is happening, అంటే ఎంత కాలం నుండి ఆ పని జరుగుతూ ఉన్నది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఐ హావ్ బీన్ టాకింగ్ టు యూ ఫర్ 1 hour. దట్ మీన్స్ నేను 1 గంట సేపటిగా మీతో మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్నాను. ఓకే, రైట్? సో ఇక్కడ 1 గంట సేపటిగా అన్నాం కదా, ఆ గా అని తెలుగులో వాడిన దానికి ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఫర్ అనే ప్రిపోజిషన్ వాడుతున్నాము. సో ఈ విధంగా ఫర్ అనే ప్రిపోజిషన్ కూడా సందర్భాన్ని బట్టి, రైట్? సో మోస్ట్ ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ have a high chance of changed meaning based on the situation. In fact, words in English, they change meaning based on the situation. Okay, the same word in some sentences it can work like a noun. In some sentences it can work like verb, be or be verb, like an action word. And in some sentences it can work like a kind of what we say, preposition. Okay, so it depends on the situation, and it depends on which meaning the speaker wants to convey. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, for you, for some time, for ages. Okay, I think this should be the basic explanation about for. Okay, right? And yeah, there is a competition in between for and to. Okay, normally people get confused or people make mistakes in using for and to. For example, I have been waiting for an opportunity to take boost. Example 1. Example 2, I have been waiting to take tea. This is also I can say, I can say I am waiting to take boost, right? I can say like that. Or I can say like, I am waiting for an opportunity. So I am waiting for an opportunity. I am waiting to do something. Okay, so if you observe carefully, when you use to, after to a verb comes. I want to drink, I want to take, I want to talk. So whenever you say to, after the to, to is also a preposition actually. So after the preposition to, okay, an action word comes. That means verb comes. But if you use the preposition for, then generally a noun comes. For example, yeah, okay, the Muslims are waiting for namaz. Okay, so namaz is the name of that. Okay, right? So after for, you get a noun generally. Okay, that means a naming word. Namani తెలియజేసే పదము. Okay, right? After after is also actually a preposition. Okay, right? So after means taruata. Okay, this is the general meaning. For example, I will take boost after this call. Okay, taruata, that is the meaning. So again, one more preposition starting with the letter after, after, right? Okay, let me check the Google because it is available. After meaning, after meaning, after meaning. Okay, maybe because of namaz, I think Google is not taking my voice. after meaning. Okay, Google is not taking my voice right now, maybe because of the Namaj voice, I think. Oh yeah, now it got it. Great. Yes.
Here's
So
the definition of after. In the time following an event or another period of time.
okay, great. AFTER after is a preposition. Okay, and in some cases it can work like a conjunction. Okay, right? All right. So for example, okay, okay. Shortly after their marriage, they moved to Colorado. Okay, that's an example sentence. Okay, right. There is one more meaning for after, that is behind. Okay, for example, if I ask someone to come after me, that means come behind me. That means BHAND, behind means venuka, so that is also a preposition. Okay, right. BHAND, behind. Okay, BELOW, below. Okay, so that is also a preposition. So below means kinda. Okay, for example, I don't know what is there under this table. Okay, right. Below ante, when you can see something, and for example, if there is something under the table, then I can say under also, I can say. Okay, right. U and E are under, BLOW, below. These two are almost similar. Okay, right. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G, I don't get any immediate prepositions, starting with the letter G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H, okay, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, H, I, yeah, I again, is a very interesting, letter that is used to make some prepositions. So in, okay, in means low, lopala. Okay, in Telugu, sometimes we say, nenu TV, palana karikramam TV lo chusanu, something like that we say. But in English, we cannot say it like that. We need to say on the television. On the television, because on the television means on the television screen. In the television means inside the television. So if I tell you that I watched Tenali Ramakrishna program in the television yesterday, that means I went inside the television and I watched that program, which is not possible. So I need to say, I need to say that I watched Tenali Ramakrishna program at this time yesterday on the television. That means on the television screen. Okay, so that is the meaning of that. Okay, right. So in, on, these two are the common, combined, connected prepositions. So into, in into, into means chala lopala, chala lopala, right. For example, are you deep into thoughts, like that. అంటే మీరు దీర్ఘంగా ఆలోచిస్తున్నారా అని చెప్పడానికి ఆర్ యూ డీప్ ఇన్ టు థాట్స్. ఆలోచిస్తున్నారా అని చెప్పడానికి ఆర్ యూ ఇన్ థాట్స్. రైట్. సో ఇన్ జనరలీ మీన్స్ జస్ట్ లోపల. ఓకే, ఇన్ టు మీన్స్ more inside. Okay, right. So inside again, inside, INSIDE, inside also can be taken as okay, yeah, Anuradha garu, I understand that you want to talk according to this software, but I am not sure whether you mean it or not. So because I'm using this software for the first time, I'm just trying to complete my talk first. Okay, then whatever questions or clarifications or doubts if you have, you just make a note of it. Remember, or make a note of it. Remember, I think will not happen, so better please make a note of it. Maybe next time we can see those things, because this is the first time I'm on this platform. I want to first finish what we planned for. Okay, right. So that too, what we have taken is kind of a bit of long topic today. Prepositions is not a very short topic, and it is also a bit complex topic. Okay, right. So and because I don't have it on my YouTube channel also, I'm trying to either go live on YouTube, or right now it is going live on YouTube. Whatever I'm talking right now is going live on YouTube. Okay, whoever has that link for that video, they can watch it. Okay, so maybe I will check it, and maybe I'll share that link to you also later. Okay, right. So now let's try to complete this prepositions. Okay, right now we are at I means in, low, lopala, in, into, into. Okay, అంటే ఇంకా లోపల అలా వస్తుంది అర్థం. ఓకే, రైట్. తర్వాత inside, yes, that's also almost same meaning. Okay, right. So IJ, J just JUST just. I'm not sure what exactly it is. Okay, maybe an adverb. Just. Okay, let's move on. Okay, right. So A B C D G H I J K K. Okay, let's leave K. K L. L last. Okay, L M M. Okay, M M. Okay, M N. And O N on we have discussed. Okay, right. Opposite maybe OPP opposite maybe opposite. Yeah. For example, there is a big house opposite our house. Okay, so here the word opposite is actually bridging the connection between two nouns. Okay, that means it is also talking about position. So definitely opposite should be a preposition. Okay, right. And what else? Opposite. Adjacent. Yes. By the way, there is a preposition adjacent. Adjacent means like beside. Again. Adjacent. BASAD beside means Telugu meaning is pakana. There is one more word which you sometimes we see adjacent. We see especially mathematics. I think uses this word adjacent. I think adjacent also gets the same meaning, that is like beside pakana, like that. Okay, generally when we are talking about addresses, house addresses, we use these words like opposite, adjacent, like that. So generally opposite means face to face, right, and adjacent means side by side. Okay, that is the meaning, especially when we talk about addresses, locations, like that. Okay, right. And what else? A B C D F G H I J K L M N O. P. Okay, prepositions. P. Okay. Okay, post POST post. AFT or after is equal to in some situations POST post. For example, post Corona world. Right? Can anyone talk about post Corona world right now? Just an example. I'm not expecting anyone to talk right now. So what I mean is Corona tarvata, Corona పూర్తిగా అంతమైపోయిన తర్వాత ప్రపంచం ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనే దాని గురించి ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడగలరా అనేది కేవలం ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కోసం అడుగుతున్నాను. సో కరోనా తర్వాత ప్రపంచం అని చెప్పడానికి పోస్ట్ కరోనా వరల్డ్, లైఫ్ ఆఫ్టర్ కరోనా ఇలా చెప్పొచ్చు. సో ఏఎఫ్టి ఆర్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు పిఓఎస్టి పోస్ట్ అలా తీసుకోవచ్చు. సో ఈ సందర్భంలో పిఓఎస్టి పోస్ట్ అనేది కూడా ప్రిపోజిషన్ లాగా పనిచేసే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఓకే, రైట్.
రాధాకృష్ణ గారు, ఓఎఫ్
Yeah.
ఫర్ ఓఎఫ్ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్.
Yeah, amazing. Yes, that too should be a preposition actually. So OF off has neutral meaning. Okay, right. In fact, OF off is also there. Not only ON on, OF off is also there. OFF off is there. Okay, right. OF off has a neutral meaning. Thank you, Sridevi Garu. Okay, OF off has a neutral meaning. Okay, neutral meaning means, for example, clearly when we are talking about the ownership of a non-living thing, we use OF off. When we are talking about ownership of a living being, then we use apostrophe s. For example, Radha Krishna Mulluru's book, for example. Yeah, I have a book here. So this is Radha Krishna Mulluru's book. That means RADHAKRASHNA space MOLLURU apostrophe s book. Because who is the owner of this book? Radha Krishna Mulluru is the owner of this book. So Radha Krishna Mulluru yokka pustakamu. Okay, right. Why I'm using apostrophe? Because Radha Krishna Mulluru has life. He is a living being, and hence I am using Radha Krishna Mulluru's book. But this is the mouse of the laptop. What I am showing you right now is the mouse of the laptop. That means laptop yokka mouse అని చెప్పడానికి ల్యాప్టాప్ ప్రాణం లేదు కాబట్టి దిస్ ఇస్ ద మౌస్ ఆఫ్ ద ల్యాప్టాప్ అని చెప్పాలి. అంటే ప్రాణము లేని వాటికి సంబంధించిన విషయాలు చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఓఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ వాడాలి. ప్రాణం ఉన్నవి ఓన్ చేసుకునే విషయాలు, ప్రాణం ఉన్న వాటికి సంబంధించిన విషయాలు చెప్పడానికి అపాస్ట్రఫీ ఎస్ వాడాలి. Right. For example, this is Radhakrishna Mulluru's arm, ARM arm. Okay, right. Or this is Radhakrishna Mulluru's hand. Okay, this is Radhakrishna Mulluru's palm. This is Radhakrishna Mulluru's thumb. Okay, THUMB. Right. So when we are talking about a living being, generally we need to say apostrophe s at the end to mention ownership. Okay, right. But when we are talking about a non-living thing, at that time we use OF off. Okay, to show ownership or to show belongingness or connection. Okay, right. So that is why. So OF off takes a neutral meaning, but OFF off takes a negative meaning. Like for example, I switch the tube light off. I switch the tube light on. Okay, right. So ON on has one more meaning. Some time ago we talked about ON on, this one. Okay, this is ON on. Okay, my palm is on my head. Okay, right. Now my palm is above my head. Okay, now my palm is moving over my head. That is the reason why we call overbridge. Okay, we call overbridge, right? Right, like this. Okay, right? So yeah, and then OFF off has a negative
Sir,
meaning. For example,
suppose suppose the girl fell off a bicycle. Fell off a bicycle. The girl fell off a
yeah,
bicycle.
fell off. Yes, yes. I fell off the staircase. Someone fell off the balcony. For example, Divya Bharati was said to fall off
Fell off a balcony.
balcony, but actually that was also a crime anyway. Yeah. So falling off, like that. Yes, someone else was also talking. But anyway, let's, yeah, unless you have any, yeah, if someone else was talking, if you are giving any more preposition words, yes, you can go ahead and talk. Otherwise, we'll continue with the letters. Okay, right. Other than Sridevi Garu, someone else was talking. Who was that? If you are going to give some more preposition words, using starting with the letter O or some other word, you can go ahead and talk. But other than that, if you have any question or anything, let's postpone that, to some future time. Okay, right. So now, MNO, PQ, or PMNO. Okay, O, you know, okay, there is, yeah, enough, I think. I think we have discussed enough using the letter O. Okay, right. On, off. Okay, right. Negative meaning. Generally, OFF off carries negative meaning. OF off carries neutral meaning. Okay, right. ON on carries immediate, on top of immediate on top of something. Okay, some contact would be there. ON on means contact would be there. Above means contact would not be there. Okay, right. Something like that. Okay, right. And then again, these are all not like definite in the sense not we cannot go too strict based on the situation. We need to take the meaning. Okay, right. MNO, PQ, round, around, right? So sometimes, ROUND round works like a preposition, AROUND around, ACROSS across, all these words, play like prepositions at times. Across means, for example, someone wants to swim across the river. That means from this side to that side. Okay, most common example is so Mr. So and so, swam across English Channel. So English Channel is some kind of water, some kind of a big collection of water, which people take pride in swimming it. Okay, Indians also swam it. Okay, right. So they say, whenever you see the news about that English Channel, who swam that English Channel, they say swam across English Channel in some time, running across the ground, swimming across the river. Okay, that means from one side to another side, one bank to another bank, or one side of the ground to another side. So covering all that, across, ACROSS, across means from one point to another point, or from one side to another side, like that. Okay, for example, running across the ground, swimming across the river, right? These are the examples. Okay, right. Around also, for example, they were punished to run around the ground for 4 times. That means, they have to go along the edge. Along, ALONG, along is also a preposition. That means go, వెంబడి అంటాం చూడండి. Telugu meaning is వెంబడి. Okay, right? So you need to go along the fence. That means, ఆ కంచె వెంబడి వెళ్ళండి. Please go. దయచేసి కంచె వెంబడి వెళ్ళండి. Okay, please go along the fence. Okay, so ALONG, along. Okay, right? ACROSS, across. So మీరు నది దాటాలి. Okay, రాముడు గుహుని సహాయంతో నది దాటాడు. Okay, Rama, got across that river with the help, with Guha's help, with Mr. Guha's help, something like that. Okay, right. So across, along. Okay, right. Away, maybe, yeah, away also maybe works like a preposition. Yeah, obviously it talks about position. And yeah, away meaning. Away meaning.
This is the definition of away. To or at a distance from a particular place, person, or thing.
Okay, according to Google, away can be an adverb, away can be an adjective, away can be a noun, but not a preposition. So AWAY, away, cannot be a preposition according to Google. So let's not worry too much about that. So MNOPQRS TO2. Okay, TO2 again, is a very interesting, preposition. I think we have already discussed to some extent about this TO2. Okay, I want to. This is also one of the most used words in English. Okay, TO2. Okay, I want to, do this, I want to do that, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Okay, right? So I already told you, after TO2, a verb comes, a word that indicates action comes, after FOR for, generally a noun comes. For example, I'm waiting for a break, or I'm waiting for something, right? So see, the point here is what you need to understand or observe is, after the preposition TO2, generally you see a verb, an action word, a word that indicates an action or, status. And generally after the letter FOR, I mean after the preposition FOR for, generally you see a noun. Okay, so that is the difference in between. Okay, between is also a preposition. Yeah, between sometimes it can work like a conjunction, and sometimes it can work like preposition also. Between meaning.
Sir, with
Okay, I have asked
WH.
Google one
This
second.
is the definition of between. At, into, or across the space separating two objects or regions.
Yeah, so according to Google, between can sometimes be a preposition and it can also be an adverb sometimes. Okay, so when the word or preposition between betwen, if it is a preposition, then the meanings would be like, in the middle of. Okay, like that. And for example, one example sentence given by Google is the border between Mexico and the United States. Yes, exactly. That's a conflict area. Just like, the border between Pakistan and India is a conflict area. Similarly, the border between Mexico and the United States of America is also a conflict area, because many Mexico, citizens try to infiltrate, illegally come into, the land of the United States of America. And also there are problems like drugs, drug trafficking and other kind of illegal activities over there. Okay, right? So that is how we use between. Between means in Telugu madhyalo. Okay, right? So what can I say right now? Yes, the mouse is there in between the laptop screen and I. Okay, right? So నాకు ల్యాప్టాప్ స్క్రీన్ కి మధ్యలో మౌస్ ఉన్నది, హార్డ్వేర్ మౌస్ ఉన్నది. Okay, so like that we can use the preposition between. Okay, right? Or the border between Mexico and the United States, the border between Pakistan and India, like that. The agreement between two people. Yeah, here one important observation you need to make here is, okay, attention everyone. So one important thing everyone needs to know is, when you are comparing two people or two things, okay, you use the preposition between. But when you are comparing or when you are talking about more than two things or more than two people, you cannot use the preposition between, between. You need to use the preposition among, among, among. Okay, right? So because this is the first time, on this session, I mean first session on this platform, I am not keeping it interactive, because my idea is to complete the topic, and also complete the, see, I'm using two. Okay, so I'm trying to complete TO2, complete this what we say, live streaming also, because normally in the past I went live on YouTube, being face to face on YouTube. But I have never, gone live. This is the second time, I think. Earlier, I used one more, software called, you know, Stream. Okay, StreamYard. Yeah, there is a software called StreamYard, 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 and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India Southern Students Division, when they requested me to give a session about communicative English for accountancy students. At that time, they made my speech go live on YouTube with the help of this another software called StreamYard, StreamYard. StreamYard. But anyway, this time, we are using some Jitsi or my own app, I think. Maybe most probably we are on Jitsi, I think. Yes, the link I have used is for Jitsi software, so I am on Jitsi software. So now I'm using Jitsi software to stream this live on YouTube. Okay, this is for the first time I'm doing something like this. So I'm just trying to go first things first. Right? Anyway, coming back. So the point I hope is clear to you. So when you are talking about only two things, you use between, between, and when you are talking about more than two, for example, let me take an example for that. For example, the border, between Mexico and the United States. Okay, right? Another example using among, among, could be, the waters, that are shared among the three countries, or the sea waters that are that belong, among, also we can say, that so okay, the water, the Krishna water is distributed in between Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, whereas Godavari water is distributed among 5 states. Okay, right? So Krishna water is distributed in between Telangana and Andhra. That means only two are here. That's why we are saying between. But well, let us take in a bigger river, maybe, like Godavari. Let us assume that 5 states are sharing the water. Then, the Godavari water is shared among 5 states. So because we have more than 2 states, 5 states, okay, we are saying we cannot say between, we need to say among. Okay, right? So for learners like, high school learners and the learners who are going to write the competitive exams in the future, so these are the kind of this is the kind of information they need to know. For example, some questions will be based on the usage of prepositions like, beside, besides, right, across, across, among, yeah, like that. So what is the difference between, between, among, okay, right, beside, besides, right, on, above. Okay, so these kinds of, comparisons, these kinds of, trick questions may be asked in competitive exams also. Okay, right, and in day-to-day life also we need to be careful with these prepositions, because we need to know the meaning, and based on the meaning and based on the situation we need to use these prepositions. Okay, right. So A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Okay, S. Okay, S was so. What is this so? Let's see. So meaning.
Here's the definition of so: of a part of one's body, painful or aching.
Okay, so so can be an adverb or a conjunction, but it's not a preposition, so we need not worry much about that. S, P, Q, R, S, T, TO2, TOO2. Okay, so what is this? TOO2 is definitely a preposition. TOO2, what is that? Okay, TOO2 is an adverb. So let's not worry too much about TOO2. Okay, right. MNOPQRSTU. Okay, you up, under, up. Okay, that's a preposition. UNDER, under, stand up, like that. Okay, right. So that's a preposition. Under, for example, undergraduate, or under, let me see if there is anything or something. Okay, yeah, maybe if you can see, yeah, I can show you, I think so. If you can see there, there is a stool under, the air cooler. Okay, right, so you can see that. And I am under the ceiling. Okay, I am under the ceiling. So generally, ABOVE, above, opposite word is UNDER, under. Okay, right. uh you know somewhat like that. We need not be precise, but as close words we can use. That's, normally these meanings mostly are situation based. We need not think too deeply, but if we just know the basic meaning, that would be enough. Okay, right. So UP, up, UNDER, under. By the way, there is a preposition beneath, BENEATH, beneath. Okay, so let me ask Google. Beneath means generally below, that means under. Okay, right. Beneath is, కింద అనే, తెలుగులో కింద అనే పదాన్ని వాడడానికి ఇంగ్లీష్ లో రకరకాల పదాలు ఉన్నాయి. UNDER, under, BENEATH, beneath, BELOW, below. Okay, ilaga. So let's check what Google is talking about below. Beneath meaning.
This is the definition of delete: remove or obliterate written or printed matter, especially by drawing the beneath.
Okay, beneath is a preposition, of course. Usage number 1 is a 2.5-mile tunnel beneath the Alps. So the Alps means the Alps mountains, and there is a tunnel. There is a pass. I mean, there is a way. There is a route. ROUT, route. ROUTE is route in British English, and ROUTE is route in American English. Router in American English, and router in British or Indian, in basically British English. Okay, right. So beneath preposition, usage number 1, beneath, BENEATH, is a 2.5-mile tunnel, beneath the Alps. ఓకే, ఆల్ప్స్ పర్వతాల కింద 2.5 మైళ్ళు, అంటే దాదాపు 3 కిలోమీటర్ల పొడవున్న సొరంగ మార్గము. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్. ఓకే, వాహనాలు వెళ్ళడానికి. ఓకే, రైట్. సో యూసేజ్ నెంబర్ 2, beneath this floor there is a cellar. Actually I am on the first floor right now, so beneath the first floor we have the ground floor, and my grandmother lives on the ground floor. Okay, right. In the first portion. Okay, so this is how we use prepositions. So beneath this first floor there is ground floor. On the ground floor, we cannot say in the ground floor. Okay, right. So on the ground floor, in the first portion. Okay, right. Now in the first portion, so on preposition, in first for in preposition, my grandmother lives. Okay, so that is how I communicate using the prepositions. Okay, right. So example, yeah, beneath this floor there is the ground floor. Okay, right. All right, so that is it. And now MNOPQRSTU. Okay, U up, UP up, UND are under. Okay, that's all I think. Okay, if any more is there, we can discuss at some other point of time. I'm just focusing on most common and most confused and most mistaken prepositions. Okay, right. UP up, UND are under, QRSTU V. Okay, I don't get anything related to V. PQRSTU V. W with. What is this with? Most probably this WITH with should be a preposition, I believe. Okay, let us check. With meaning.
Here's the definition of with. Accompanied by another person or thing.
All right. Okay. Kuda, ane meaning chepparu Google వాళ్ళు. Okay, of course it's a preposition. WITH with is a preposition. You know very well that it is a very common word in our day-to-day language. Okay, right. So usage number 1, a nice steak with a bottle of red wine. Okay, that means a bottle of red wine is there and also something else is there. So idi undi adi undi ante deento kuda adi undi ani cheptunnaru. Okay, right. So for example, right now I am with a smartphone and also with a laptop, right? So నేను ఒక స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ తో కూడా ఉన్నాను, అలాగే ల్యాప్టాప్ తో కూడా ఉన్నాను. సో విత్ మీన్స్ తెలుగులో Telugu meaning of WITH with, English word WITH with, Telugu meaning could be to or kuda, somewhat like that. Okay, right. Along with, for example, sometimes we say along with. Okay, right. So second example for WITH with preposition is a flower sprigged blouse with a white collar. Okay, so a flower, like my shirt, right? A flower sprigged blouse with a white collar, like with a white coat, maybe a black coat, a white shirt with a black coat. Somewhat I can modify that example, like a white shirt with a black coat. So what are you in today? I mean, or how are you dressed in today? For example, if someone asks me over the phone, like how are you dressed in today, then I can say I am in a white shirt with a black coat on it, like that I can say, right? So that is how with means clubbed, CLUBBD, clubbed together with that. Okay, right. So that is how it is, I think. And what else? We are with the word with now. We are with the preposition with right now. Okay, W. Okay, where words like W words like what, when, where, all these come under interrogative pronouns. Okay, so we need not talk about those words like what, when, where. They come under interrogative pronouns. Okay, so they don't come under prepositions. So if you get any other words that act like prepositions that start with the letter W, you can say it. Otherwise we'll move to WX. Nothing much with X. And XY. Yet. Yeah, yet is a very common word. I'm not sure whether it is a preposition or not, but one needs to understand what is the meaning of the word yet. Yet meaning.
This is the definition of yet. Up until the present or a specified or implied time, by now or then.
Okay, yet is not a preposition. Sometimes it acts like an adverb and sometimes it acts like a conjunction. But anyway, for your information, I want to tell you the meaning of the word yet. Yet is equal to inka. For example, if someone asks you, is the session not over yet? Telugu meaning is, session inka aipoleda. Your answer is no, the session is not over yet. It is still going on. So Telugu meaning is ledu, session inka kaaledu, aipoledu. జరుగుతూ ఉంది, ఇంకా జరుగుతూ ఉంది. సో ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ yet is equal to ఇంకా. ఓకే, రైట్. సో ఇంకా అని మీరు చెప్పడానికి yet అనే పదాన్ని వాడతారు. ఓకే, రైట్. So why Z? That's it. Z. I think not much is there with Z, I think. So yes, now I think Anuradha Garu. I'm sorry I was unable to give you the opportunity. Throughout this session, I think, because I wanted to talk one round first. And then I wanted to take any discussion or questions or anything. So yes, if you still have the energy and time, you can just go ahead and what we say, you can mention your concerns, then I'll try to address. Okay, right. So I'm just going off the video for a moment. Okay, right. Yeah. Yes, if anyone wants to say anything, this is the time. Yes, you can go ahead and say it. Okay, right. Of course, you need to unmute. So at the bottom on the screen, I think you see the mic symbol. Okay, right. So you can just
let ante sir
touch that.
LET.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Very good, Anuradha Garu. That's an interesting word. That's also one of the most common words used in English, almost in day-to-day English. Okay. Let most probably it could be like a verb. I don't think it would be like a preposition. Let me check Google also. Let meaning.
Here's the definition of let. Not prevent or forbid, allow.
Okay, thank you, Anuradha Garu. Let మనం మామూలుగా అలో చేయడము అంటాం చూడండి. అతను వదిలేయండి, పర్లేదు, మాట్లాడనివ్వండి అంటాం చూడండి. మాట్లాడనివ్వండి, అతన్ని మాట్లాడనివ్వండి, లెట్ హిమ్ టాక్. ఆమె నా పని చేయనివ్వండి, లెట్ హర్ డూ దట్ వర్క్. ఇలా వాడతాం అనమాట. కాబట్టి ఒక వాక్యంలో లెట్ అనే ఈ పదాన్ని వాడినప్పుడు ఆ పదము వర్బ్ లాగా కానీ లేదా నౌన్ లాగా కానీ పనిచేస్తుంది. కానీ ప్రిపోజిషన్ లాగా అయితే పనిచేయదు. కానీ పర్వాలేదు, మనం ప్రిపోజిషన్స్ గురించి కూడా ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకోవడంలో భాగంగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాం కాబట్టి వీఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు జస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ వర్డ్, రైట్.
సార్
సో
నేను
లెట్ మీ
చాట్ చేస్తున్నాను, అవి కనిపించట్లేదా?
కనిపించాలి. ప్లీజ్ ఎంటర్ యువర్ డిస్ప్లే నేమ్. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్లీ నా డిస్ప్లే నేమ్ కూడా నేను ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నట్లేదు. దయచేసి నాకు డిస్ప్లే నేమ్ నాది ఏం కనపడుతుందో దయచేసి చెప్తారా? ఓకే, కుడ్ యు ప్లీజ్ టెల్ మీ?
ఏం కనిపించట్లేదు సార్ మీ నేము.
అవునా, జిట్సీ మెంబర్ అలాగేమన్నా కనపడుతుందా?
నో సార్.
ఓకే, yeah, actually, Anuradha Garu, I have the answer to your question now. Okay, when I was entering this session, the software did not ask my name. Okay, so I thought it knew my name. Okay, right, but it seems it did not take my name. Okay, right. Now when I was trying to get into chat, it asked me my name and I have given my name. So I think I have answered your question, I think, right? Yeah, yes or no?
Sir, now visible.
Anuradha Garu?
Now
Yeah.
visible RK, sir.
Yeah, now visible RK, because just now when I was trying to check the chat on this platform, it asked me for my name. So that means this platform does not know my name. What I thought was, because I created this session, okay, or because I created this link, I thought the platform knew my name, KNEW, knew my name. But now I understand it did not know my name. And so now one point is very clear. So this platform is asking the name at the time when we are trying to chat, I think. So at the time when we are trying to chat, it is asking for the name. Okay, right. So just now it has asked me for the name. Okay, right. More things we'll know as we use it more. We'll know more things. Right. So Sahiti, was the session useful? Unmute yourself. Are you on mute?
Sir, BY by. Chapter.
Thank you, very good question. Okay, right. In the sense, very good word. So by by. So most probably by by, I think, should be a preposition. Okay, right, by nature of that. Okay, but anyway, let me check once on the Google also. Okay, right. By word also takes many meanings based on the situation. So I'll try to explain one by one.
Okay, right? So first example, we should complete this session by 4:40 p.m. Okay, here we are referring to a point of time 4:40 p.m. Telugu meaning would be 4:40 కల్లా అంటాం చూడండి. 4:40కి 4:40 కల్లా ఇకి కల్లా అంటాం చూడండి. ఆ పదాల స్థానంలో మనం బీవై బై వాడుకోవచ్చు. Point number 1. Okay, right? And Google also has confirmed that by by can be a preposition. Okay, in situation 1, okay, some formal grammar words are there. I don't want to say all those words. Example, let's take an example. Malaria can be controlled by attacking the parasites. Okay, that means second situation. First situation is referring to time. For example, we need to start this session by 3:30 p.m. We need to end this session by 4:40 p.m. Okay, so when we are referring to a point of time, a precise point of time, we can say by. Telugu meaning is kalla. Okay, right? Cool, right? And then when you move to second situation, okay, you are talking about doer of the action. Like, we discuss in passive voice, we talk about doer of the action, right? For example, this information is given by Mr. Radhakrishna Mulluru. Radhakrishna Mulluru cheta ఈ సమాచారం ఇవ్వబడినది, and the support was given by the participants. Okay, right? Support participants ద్వారా లేదా పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ చేత ఇవ్వబడినది. సో ఇక్కడ రెండో సందర్భంలో బీవై బై అనే పదానికి చేత అనే అర్థం వస్తుంది. మొదటి సందర్భంలో కల్లా అనే అర్థం వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ప్రిపోజిషన్ బీవై బై యూసేజ్ నంబర్ 1, to time, Telugu meaning kalla. Okay, right? To a point of time, to a precise time. Okay, right? So situation number 2, by a doer of the action. Okay, right? That means Telugu meaning is cheta. Okay, right? So that is what we can take from this. All right, so by so far these two are the examples I can give. Even the Google example, malaria can be controlled by attacking the parasites. Okay, right? So ఇక్కడ కూడా చేత అనే మీనింగ్ వస్తుంది, ద్వారా అనే మీనింగ్ కూడా వస్తుంది ఒక్కోసారి. ఓకే, THROUGH through అనే పదం ఉన్నది ఇంగ్లీష్ లో. సో లెట్స్ సీ హౌ దట్ వర్క్స్. Through meaning.
This is the definition of through. Moving in one side and out of the other side of an opening, channel or location.
Okay. For the English preposition THROUGH through, okay, the Telugu meaning, Telugu word can be taken like gunda, dwara, like that. Okay, for example, the train is going through the tunnel. Okay, so tunnel gunda train veltu unnadi, right? So let's see what Google has given the examples. Okay, she walked through the doorway into the living room. She walked through the doorway into the living room. అంటే ద్వారము గుండా ఆమె లివింగ్ రూమ్ లోకి వెళ్ళింది, వేరే గదిలోకి వెళ్ళింది. Okay, right? So the goal came midway through the second half. Okay, cool. That's a kind of application. Okay, through the second half, that means second half lo, in the second half, that is the meaning. Don't worry, second situation you need not worry at this moment, right? But the first one you understand. Through means Telugu meaning is gunda. Okay, right? So for example, if someone has to come into the hall, right now I am in the hall actually. So if someone has to come into the hall, they have to, the person has to come through the entrance, through this door. Okay, right? That is how we say, gunda. Okay, right? Gunda, dwara. Okay, right? That is what we say. That is also a preposition. Okay, right? So that's it. I think we have completed one round of prepositions today. Obviously it would be not.
Radhakrishna garu, THOUGH.
Yes.
THOUGH. Though.
Though, wow, yes. Though, yes, has a chance of being, yes. In fact, I wanted to cover this word also. Generally, whenever I cover through, I cover though also, but maybe out of hurriedness, I don't have any urgent work right now, but anyway, maybe out of hurriedness, I think I missed now, I think. But anyway, let us check. Instead of guessing, I think I have the Google ready for me. So yeah, I thought it would not be a preposition. Somehow I felt like it would not be a preposition. And Google also is saying that, THOUGH though can be a conjunction or an adverb. But anyway, let's not worry too much about the parts of speech and also the prepositions, because we are trying to learn prepositions. We talked about it. But anyway, coming back to the word THOUGH though, same meaning. Though is equal to although, is equal to despite, is equal to in spite of. right, is equal to even though, all the same meaning. The meaning is ainappatiki, aina gani. Okay, right? Though, though it is 5:40 p.m. approximately, that means 1 hour after our scheduled time. Four participants are still with us, or four participants are still here. Okay, right? So this is how we use though. అంటే మన షెడ్యూల్ టైంకి ఒక గంట అయిపోయినా కానీ అన్నాం కదా, అక్కడ అయినా కానీ, అయిపోయినా కానీ, అక్కడ అయినా కానీ అనే దానికి దో, ఆల్ దో, ఈవెన్ దో, డిస్పైట్, ఇన్స్పైట్ ఆఫ్, సేమ్ మీనింగ్. ఓకే, సో దో అన్న ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నాను, చాలా ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నాను. THOUGH దో అన్న, ALTHOUGH ఆల్ దో అన్న, యూనో EVEN దో, ఈవెన్ దో అన్న. ఓకే, DESPITE డిస్పైట్ అన్న, INSPITE OF స్పేస్ OF ఆఫ్, ఇన్స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ అన్న మీనింగ్ ఒకటే, అయినా గాని, అయినప్పటికీ అలా వస్తుంది మీనింగ్. ఇక్కడ ఇన్స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ కి మధ్యలో గ్యాప్ ఉండాలి, స్పేస్ ఉండాలి. ఇన్స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ అని తప్పకుండా అనాలి, డిస్పైట్ అని మాత్రమే అనాలి. డిస్పైట్ ఆఫ్ అని అనకూడదు, ఇన్స్పైట్ అని వదిలేయకూడదు. ఓకే, ఇన్స్పైట్ రాంగ్, డిస్పైట్ ఆఫ్ రాంగ్, ఇన్స్పైట్ ఆఫ్ కరెక్ట్, డిస్పైట్ కరెక్ట్. Okay, so all these things you can practice. Maybe you cannot practice all the words in one day, but maybe you need to divide them. Maybe letter A you can practice one day. Okay, letter B you can, prepositions that start with the letter A you can do one day. Some examples, sentences, voice message. Sentences that start with sentences that start with sentences that use the prepositions that start with the letter B, you can focus on one day. So like that, you need to divide it. See, what if, for example, if someone gives me this much food, I cannot take it at one go, right? So I have to divide it, plan it, and take it, right? So like that. Okay, right? So I think that's it. I think we have whatever that is possible from my end, I have done on this session related to prepositions. I hope this session is recorded, because if this session is recorded, then definitely we can use it just by giving the link to someone. I can give all this information to someone, and we can share that link only to the people we know we want to give to. I already told you, right? YouTube has 3 types of videos. Public video can be accessed by anyone. Unlisted video can be accessed only if you have the link. If I give you this link, you will access it. If I don't give you this link, you will not know that this video is there. Okay, and private videos, YouTube private videos are only for me. No one else can watch it. Only my user ID, my login, my systems, my devices can watch that video. Others can never watch that video. Only if they come to me, they can watch. If they come to my mobile, or if they come to my laptop, they can watch. Otherwise, they cannot watch. So these are the 3 kinds of types of videos facilities given by YouTube. Okay, right? I think Anuradha garu, if you have any more things, you can ask. Otherwise, we can postpone to some other point of time. Okay, and also, Bhargavi garu, thank you so much for staying. Right? I was a little, tired and a little, frustrated. With my laptop never works properly. It always gives me issues. Okay, right. Especially, in the first week of April, I went to Vijayawada. I took my laptop to Vijayawada. From that time, it has been behaving strangely. Okay, right. So thank you, Sridevi garu. Thank you for your support. And yeah, thank you, Vishnu Sahiti, for staying, all the time. I hope you have made the best use of the session, and I hope you have learned well. Okay, and again, still I can see the live button at the right top on my screen. I don't know whether you see the button like recording. Do you see anything like recording or live at the right top on your screen? Yeah, wow, great, wonderful. So I hope all this is going on the YouTube servers. So I will check after, once this session is over, immediately I'll check the YouTube servers, and I'll get the link. And if the link is there, I'll share with you the link with you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if there is nothing else for this session, we can just go ahead and close this session. Okay, Sahiti, if you have any questions, you can ask later. Of course, everyone, Bhargavi garu, or Sridevi garu, if you have any clarifications later. See, this is not the end of our discussion on prepositions. Obviously we need to continue learning. So this is just only an introduction. This is just only the first step in terms of prepositions in the process of learning this or practicing this language. That's it. On that note, please give me permission to close this session. Okay, right? Can I close this session now? Okay,
Okay,
right?
thank you.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you
Oh,
very much.
great. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much. Mostly because of Anuradha garu, I need to tell you a special thank you. Mainly because of your pressure, I have done all this today. Finally, I am on this platform, and I have been paying for this platform, so I must use this. So thank you so much, everyone. See you. Thank you.
Thank you. థ్యాంక్ యూ
ఏమిటి
ఏమిటి భార్గవి గారు ఏం బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లేవో పెడుతున్నారు క్లోజ్ చేశారా